Did you miss the tax filing deadline? Here's what happens and what you need to do. Hi, I'm Nawaz and I talk about Canadian tax and money topics without the jargon. So let's get started on this one. So the tax deadline in Canada is the 30th of April each year for most people, or the 15th of June if you or your spouse are self employed. If you miss it, the consequences depend on whether you owe money or you're getting a refund. If you're getting a refund, honestly, not much happens. The CRA isn't going to penalize you for being late to collect your own money. You just won't get your refund until you file, but you might miss out on benefits. If you're supposed to be getting the Canada Child Benefit or the GST HST credits or any other income tested benefits, these can be delayed or stopped if you don't file on time. So even if you're getting money back, file as soon as you can. If you owe money, this is where it gets expensive. First, there's a late filing penalty, 5% of your balance owing plus 1% for every month you're late, up to 12 months. And if you've been late before, like you were charged a late filing penalty in the last 3 years, the penalty doubles. It becomes 10% of your balance plus 2% per month. On top of that, the CRA charges compound daily interest on your unpaid balances. The rate changes, but it's usually around 10% per year. So that $5,000 you owe is growing every single day you don't pay it. If you're late, file immediately. Even if you can't pay what you owe right now, file that return. That late filing penalty is based on you not filing a return. So get that return in and then deal with the payment separately. And if you can't pay the full amount, pay what you can and contact the CRA to set up a payment arrangement. They're usually willing to work with you if you communicate and make an effort. And if you don't file at all, the CRA will eventually file a return for you. This is called an arbitrary assessment, and it's based on the information that they have about you. The problem is that they won't include any deductions or credits you might be entitled to. So, unfortunately, you'll end up owing way more than you should. And if you ignore them long enough, they can garnish your wages, freeze your bank accounts, or put a lien on your property. It's not worth it. One last thing, if you realize you made a mistake on a return from a previous year, you can file an adjustment. Don't just ignore it because you're scared. Fix it and deal with it. So, in summary, file on time if you can, but if you miss the deadline, file as soon as possible and deal with the payments separately. Don't ignore the CRA, it only gets worse. And if you need help catching up on late returns or dealing with the CRA debt, link in the bio for a consultation. And drop a comment or a DM for any questions. Follow for more Canadian tax tips, and I'll see you in the next one.